Hello and welcome everybody to the Daytona 500, the Great American Race. I am Ethan Shield, joined by Timothy Brown here in the booth, and we are in for a spectacular race today, aren't we, Tim?
Yes, we are. We've seen a lot of crazy actions throughout these speed weeks between the Clash and the duels. We're going to probably see a lot more of that today.
Today, 40 drivers will battle it out to realize a dream here on the high banks of Daytona over the next 25 laps. A Daytona 500 trophy is on the line, and a win to kickstart this season and the championship run as well here in Season 7.
Yeah, Ethan, and we're going to jump into our ones to watch here at Daytona for the Daytona 500, and we're going to start with the number 77 of Carson Mohon.
Yeah, Carson had a strong run, ended up winning his duel. He will start inside of row number 2 on this warm and sunny afternoon. Can that 77 car find himself in victory lane? Who knows, but he's going to have to beat Chase Elliott today. Chase has been one of the strongest on super speedways in these past couple of seasons. Can the 9 car pull through like he did last time we were here at Daytona? We'll find out. Ross Chastain is another strong competitor here today. That 1 car showed speed in the duels, although he never really got to the front of the pack to lead. But today's the day where it all matters for that one team. And William Byron at 24 has been strong on the super speedways, but he's had some pretty bad luck recently. Kind of like his teammate Chase Elliott had before winning. Can the 24 be the next Hendrick driver to pull through? Or will it be someone else? Bubba Wallace has his own Daytona 500 win here in the Pepsi Cup Series. Need to go all the way back, not too far, to Season 5 to find that race. Bubba lines up mid-pack today, looking for a good finish. We are just about ready to roll off here at the world's center of racing. Chase Briscoe will lead the field to green. He's alongside Kyle Larson for now, but Larson will have to drop to the back after crashing it in the duels.
And in our second row here, Carson Mohon and Austin Dillon rounds that row up.
Chase Elliott is alongside Justin Haley in row number 3.
And in row 4 is Ross Chastain, one of the drivers to watch for, and Corey LaJoie in the 15.
Row 5, we have William Byron alongside Josh Berry.
Row 6, Denny Hamlin next to Michael McDowell in the 31.
Row 7, it's the 38 of Zane Smith and the 58 of Michael Avery.
In row 8, we got a pair of Toyotas of Bubba Wallace and Christopher Bell.
A pair of Fords behind them, Brad Keselowski, and driving his former ride, Matt DiBenedetto.
Rounding up your top 20 is Eric Jones next to Justin Allgaier in the 10.
Connor Zilisch starts 21st in his first career Pepsi Cup start. He lines up alongside Ty Gibbs.
And in row 12, AJ Allmendinger next to Todd Gilliland.
Ryan Blaney and John Hunter Nemechek make up row number 13.
Row 14, Ethan Shield alongside Kyle Busch.
That's me. Greg Biffle is alongside Chris Buescher in row 15, rounding out your top 30.
And in row 16, Alex Bowman in the 41 Haas car next to Tyler Reddick in the 45.
Riley Herbst, another open entry, lines up alongside Shane Van Gisbergen.
Joey Logano in row 18 next to Ryan Preece, a pair of Fords in row 18.
Chandler Smith is in row 19 alongside Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
And rounding out your field here today is Noah Gragson next to Nick Morris.
There's your field of 40 competitors here today as we get ready to go racing in the Great American Race. Here's a look at today's race info. 25 laps. The fuel is about 13 to 15 laps. Might see some short pitters. Track position matters with the next gen car, and you have to look out for the big one here because it's almost destined to happen. Now let's head down for some pre-race breaking stories.
Chase Briscoe comes into today's race sitting on the pole. His team knows they have work to do on the car when in the pack, so crew chief James Small has told Chase to try and keep track position all day long.
Chase Elliott has run yet another super speedway rocket ship this weekend. That 9 car is the same chassis that won here at Daytona in the night race in Season 6, so look for Chase Elliott to be a major threat.
Ross Chastain starts inside the top 10 today, and his goal is to stay up there. Ross believes that with some small handling adjustments after yesterday's duel, that he can win the Daytona 500. Back up to you guys in the booth.
Thanks for that, KKCS. We are getting ready to go green. Kyle Larson and all the other guys who need to drop to the back are doing so, and the pace car is headed for pit road, where hopefully it'll stay for the next 25 laps. Green flag is in the air. Season 7 is officially underway.
They roar down into turn number 1. Austin Dillon, who was supposed to start 4th, is alongside Chase Briscoe for the lead as they rocket down the back straightaway.
First time down the Daytona backstretch and into the high banks of turns 3 and 4. Austin Dillon is alongside Chase Briscoe. Briscoe leads the first lap as the Bass Pro Shops cars are controlling this race.
Yes, they are, as Chase Briscoe gets a little bit of an edge out front due to being on the inside line, but here comes Haley and Austin Dillon back on the outside.
Briscoe getting help from Hocevar. Dillon getting help from Haley, the other Spire car. They will come across the line dead even once again. It's been gridlock for these first 2 laps. Not necessarily what you want to see early here, but I mean, the pace is backing off a lot right now. They are definitely fuel saving.
Yeah, and you see Michael Avery now having to run on the outside. He has a little bit of help, and he's charging his way to the front.
Kyle Larson, who we mentioned dropped to the back. I mean, it wasn't really the back because so many people crashed yesterday in the duel, but I mean, he still started high 20s as Briscoe goes up for a block. But Larson, from outside the top 20 to almost the race lead here on just lap 4.
And for the most part there, it was just Avery and Larson up top, but you see a lot of more people have joined them now. See Nick Morris is climbing his way through the field as well.
Kyle Busch in that 8 car, pushing Kyle Larson in the 5. Yesterday, remember that turned into a massive wreck entering turns 1 and 2. Hopefully things will work better here. I mean, they are fuel saving right now, so they will be giving each other more space. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, Larson trying to control the lanes here. Dillon's still on the bottom with Briscoe in tow, as the whole field is 3 wide with 20 laps to go.
Yeah, in that last lap, the average lap speeds were up, and Kyle Larson is trying to push this pace, it looks like, in that 5 car. Trying to maintain some track position and maybe get some of the dominant cars who had to drop to the back still back there, as Michael Avery starts to fall back in that 3rd line. He's gotten down in front of the 2nd line actually now, as we are done with 6 laps, on to the 7th.
As they go down the back straightaway, it is starting to single file out a little bit here. Here comes Carson Mohon and Austin Dillon for the lead.
Dillon on the outside, looks like he stalls out, and we're back to side-by-side racing for the lead. This time it's Larson on the inside. Whoa, did you just see that snap there from Austin Dillon? I mean, he almost just lost it.
Yeah, that could have been really bad right up front on lap 8 of 25. You see Avery is also behind Hocevar. They're trying to push out front as Austin Dillon is clear now.
Dillon's clear, Hocevar's clear. They both drop down and leave Avery up top, as Avery is getting a shove from the 7 of Justin Haley, and the 15 of Corey LaJoie is still in the mix right now.
Yeah, make sure to watch out for Haley this entire race. He won the Bud shootout, as Austin Dillon's still in the lead as we rocket down the back straightaway.
It's Dillon, then Hocevar, then Larson all slotting in. Pit window should open around lap 11 or 12, so we'll look out for that, and we are closing in on that halfway, also coming up at the end of lap 12, I believe. So we have to look out for that as well, because there are points on the line. Will some of these guys pit before or after? I just saw a hand out the window from Austin Dillon. It looks like they're going to be coming down pit road this time. Oh, we got trouble. Kyle Larson spins around. I see smoke coming out of the 19 of Chase Briscoe. We saw him just at the top of the screen as that wreck was happening as well. Major damage for some big contenders.
Yeah, Larson went from the back all the way to the front after qualifying 2nd. And man, what a hard hit for him off turn 4. And the first caution of the day is out coming to lap 11.
Dillon and Hocevar were the only 2 who got to pit road there. And Kyle Larson was trying to come down to pit road, it looked like. And Briscoe just didn't see it coming and ran in the back of him. Could definitely see a tire rub there on the 19.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I don't know if Larson put his hand out the window or not, but Briscoe did not see it coming for sure, and he might have had help from Elliott out back. But man, both of them have damage, and so does Hocevar.
Larson managed to get himself to the front quick, and it was all for nothing because that 5 car again is out on a super speedway. Chase Briscoe leads the pack on the pit road here for some caution pit stops. Let's head down to pit road.
Chase Elliott says the car is perfect for him right now and is ready to attack. 4 tires and fuel for the 9 team.
Michael Avery is in and reports that the car is just slow right now. Avery's team is going to change the tire pressure and try to decrease the contact patch with the road and speed it up. 4 tires and fuel.
Race off pit road is won by Chase Briscoe, and we'll be right back after this from Daytona.
Number 4, we are green flag racing.
Welcome back to Daytona. Problems from Michael Avery on pit road. A terrible stop has dropped him over 20 spots. I believe he was 3rd coming into the pits and cycles out 25th for this restart.
Very unfortunate for him. We're going to restart here on lap 12. He should be able to get all the spots back if he plays his cards right on the outside lane with 3 wide moves as we head back to green.
Yeah, Michael did that very thing on the initial start. It'll be a bit tougher here since he's starting on the inside lane for this restart, but we're back to green here in Daytona. Austin Dillon leads this field back to green alongside Carson Hocevar.
I feel like this outside lane is going to be a little bit deadly here. You see Byron and Elliott are bumper to bumper, 2nd and 3rd in line as their Hendrick teammates.
Yeah, oh, big move from Elliott. This top line is stronger at Daytona than it is at Talladega because of the tighter radius around the corner. It's not too much of a difference, but it is a little, and that allows that 3rd lane to also come into bigger play here at Daytona International Speedway as the outside lane making a charge. Now Byron leaves his teammate Elliott hanging.
Oh, and almost contact there between Elliott and Hamlin as they're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Byron and Elliott are separated with Gibbs and Hamlin on the top with Christopher Bella's help.
Byron barely over Hamlin, takes the halfway, and Hocevar, Elliott, and Gibbs round out the top 5. You see the rest of the top 10 there as they work their way down the back straightaway. Elliott in the middle, Byron and Hamlin, who was inside and outside. Oh, Avery.
Michael Avery has spun. It looks like they stay green. They're still 3 by 3 for the lead. I want to mention Michael McDowell in the 31 in the middle of that. He's been up here all of a sudden now on this restart.
You see Avery's gotten back going as a huge push for... Oh, no! Chase Elliott around. Carson Hocevar gets some airtime, and the big one strikes at Daytona. The entire pack is involved in this one. Ross Chastain with damage. Connor Zilish going through it, smoking. Ryan Blaney, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, Justin Haley, Chase Elliott. Many cars involved in this major pileup at the midway point.
A horrendous crash there entering turn 3. And I mean, when you talk about the whole field, I think at least 25, 30 cars were involved in that. I mean, everyone is out.
It had to be at least 25. I mean, that was everybody. The track was blocked. There was nowhere to go. You see the 34 involved, the 11, the 31. Some great days coming to an end early. Nemechek on pit road. There's Allgaier, Buescher. You see half of Haley there. So many people involved. Zane Smith, Connor Zilish. There's another car there, purple car. Looks like it might be Noah Gragson. Yeah, it is. So, I mean, so many cars involved.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope we can look at a replay in a second. I'm pretty sure the red flag is out, or at least it was out for a moment. So you see Christopher Bell going down pit road, and Byron is your leader.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they haven't red flagged this thing yet. I mean, there's a look at what happened to Michael Avery. It was a push from Ethan Shield, team owner, who sent him wrecking right there. And wow, he almost came right back up the track. Almost, I'm sure a lot of guys wish he did, because that would have stopped the big one from happening a lap later if he came back up into Priest there. And then there's the big one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely everyone involved. Elliott got hooked to the top, and he came back down, and it's just track blocked from there. I mean, you see everyone in the back of the pack also got involved because, like Ethan said before, the track was blocked, and there's nowhere for any of these cars to go. You see Hocevar with a huge hit, Gibbs involved, McDowell, Elliott, Hamlin, and it's probably going to be easier to tell you guys who isn't involved.
Yeah, Corey LaJoy's caught up. You see the 15 car. His day is over by the looks of it. Some cars at the back did manage to squeak through. You saw Shane Van Gisbergen in there. I believe Matt Benedetto was part of that group. Eric Jones, I think, made it through unscathed. Ryan Priest, Joey Logano. So, I mean, a decent amount of the field did get through, but still a lot of people involved. Greg Biffle there. You hate to see it, but we're getting ready for a restart here on lap 17. We'll have 8 laps to go when we take the green.
Yep, and you see the 2 and the 24 are on your front row. And row 2, you still see Briscoe, so Briscoe and Byron were the best benefactors out of that, as they were already up front and were still to make through the wreck. As we're back to green.
Yeah, Byron and Briscoe. You'd have to say they're the favorites now. Whoa, that's someone, I think that was Herbst, maybe, just got really sideways and knocked out a line. And that's going to kill the momentum of the outside lane, it looks like. And Byron is clear, Briscoe is clear, and Logano is clear. And Joey hops up in front of his teammate. I was just about to say, wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Yeah, 3 4s in the top. Byron in a Toyota of Briscoe on the bottom. You see Ethan Shield peeking in the frame, 3rd on the bottom as well.
What's that guy doing? I know that guy. He's me.
Whoa!
He's supposed to be in the booth coming. Whoa! Big slide right there as Matt DiBenedetto powers to the lead, and we have trouble.
Michael Avery.
Avery.
Oh.
Avery impacts the wall. AMR safety team on the scene immediately. And his second wreck and 3rd misfortune of the day is going to end it this time. Michael Avery's Daytona 500 run is over. So I guess we'll have him back on the midway for the post-race once he's out of the infield care center. But you hate to see it. Looks like he just came up, I think, right there. Yep. Cleared himself off of Chandler Smith, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like he might have gotten the all clear from the spotter or something. But yeah, he definitely cleared himself there. Very unfortunate for the 58. Ever since that bad pit stop, the day has basically gone downhill for him. And yeah, just very unfortunate.
Yeah, as now you see Ryan Priest fakes, stays out, and Logano is going to come on down pit road. Let's head down for a report.
Joe Logano pits just to be safe on fuel. He will take 4 tires while they're at it for some added grip.
Briscoe surprisingly pits after what sounded like a disagreement on the radio. Briscoe unwillingly pits and is now going to lose some track position late.
Joey Logano, first off of pit road here. Chase Briscoe second. Not a lot of people came in, but these guys will be safe in the case of an overtime, which has happened in a lot of Daytona races. There you see Matt DiBenedetto in the 2 car. He's currently your race leader. He was oh so close last year and got taken out on the last lap in Season 6. He now has a redemption chance here as Joey Logano lines up, I believe that said P20.
Seems like it, but we're going to restart with 6 laps to go here at Daytona. Is this going to be the last caution? We're back underway.
Up through the gears and down into turn 1. Takes about 3/4 of a lap or so to get these cars up to speeds with the restrictions in the engines for super speedway racing as Ryan Priest. Whoa! He just had a huge wiggle right there, and William Byron gets to the inside of him, coming out of turn number 4 and back to the line. Byron leads, 5 to go from Daytona.
Look at the 88, Shane Van Gisbergen, all the way up to 3rd, or he was for a moment, as they're down in 1 and 2. DiBenedetto and William Byron, 1-2 as they head down the back. Straightaway contact, there they go. Multiple cars around, Gisbergen to the wall hard. The 47 to the wall, Ethan Shield involved as well. And Matt DiBenedetto, who was in the back for the majority of the race, got to the front after the big one, is now involved in this accident here with 5 to go.
Again, 2 seasons in a row for DiBenedetto, and he was oh so close, right up at the front with a shot to win it. It all comes apart in the closing laps. Shane Van Gisbergen is out of the race. So is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Hard hits for them. There's Shield and Jones in the pits repairing their cars, as now we're going to get to take a look at what happened. And I think Benedetto just came up in front of Priest, tried to get up there, block that lane, maybe get a run past the 24 of Byron, and he just wasn't clear. Priest might have some damage here as well.
Yeah, that's just very unfortunate for these guys. It did look like a bad bump from Gisbergen, and then it just kind of shot the two up the track into Priest. And it looks like Priest is going to probably have some left front damage there. Hard impact for Benedetto and Gisbergen. There's another big wreck here late in the race.
Second big one of this race. Very reminiscent of one of the late crashes in the summer race back in season 6. As here come some cars down pit road, I would assume, to fix damage and top off on fuel. So let's head down to Kobe Lavin.
Thanks, guys. What a race it has been so far. William Byron still leads with 500 with what looks to be like the best car left. But Priest on the outside lane looks so strong too, and will have help from Brad Keselowski here in the restart. Many drivers had unfortunate ends to their days, such as Chase Elliott and Carson Mohon, who were both right up front before the big one collected them a few laps ago. Matt DiBenedetto, unfortunately, will come up short after being right up front for the second season in a row. If you remember back here last season, it was turn 1 on the final lap where he went careening out of control into the outside wall. There is still so much that could happen on this next restart. The race is barely over, so let's head back up to the booth with Ethan and Tim.
Thanks, Kobe. William Byron is your race leader. Ryan Priest in second, however, may be struggling on fuel. More on that coming.
Ryan Priest may be close on fuel, but it's too late for him to come down unless he actually runs out. A risky play to win the 500 for Priest's 60 team.
Thanks for that, CRC. There's Joey Logano in the 22. He's the first who is absolutely safe on fuel. He made up a lot of spots from that crash, and quick move on the restart. And we'll be back for this next restart here after this.
Ever since we hired Dale Jr. at IHOP, breakfast has been moving fast.
All right, 4 plates of pancakes, shot of syrup, table 3, go, go, go!
Huh? Is that Dale Jr.?
Order for catering? Look, it's pancakes!
Dine-in delivery catering.
Will you sign my pancakes?
I could really go for some pancakes right now. Anyways, we're back here at Daytona, getting ready for the restart. William Byron and Ryan Priest on the front row. 3 laps to go. History says there's another caution on the way. Here we go, though. 3 to go. We are back under green in Daytona.
I want to mention this now. I don't think there's that many cars left of this race without damage. Byron has been the dominant car of the day, but Priest takes the lead away with help from Brad Keselowski.
Critically, though, Priest chooses to get down in front of Byron and leaves his teammate out as now Byron gets shuffled and they're back together. 4 wide for a second. Here comes Allmendinger to the bottom.
Here comes Haley, your Bud Shootout winner. He's coming up to the front with all the damage on his car. RFK is going to try and work together and win the race with 2 laps to go.
Down the back straightaway, a lap and a half to go. It's AJ Allmendinger leading the way. Ryan Priest with Brad Keselowski. Here comes the push on the outside. Allmendinger tries to block. He's a bit late. 1 lap to go. Ryan Priest leads. Brad Keselowski takes him back down to the bottom. Priest follows suit. Tyler Reddick is there in third, the outside lane, led by Justin Haley. Now Logano steps out with help from William Byron. Blaney in the middle, trying to push Logano up. Priest blocks it, barely. Trouble behind, hard hit for Priest. It's over. Ryan Priest wins the Daytona 500.
Awesome job,
I think I said that Priest hit the wall back there.
Good job, boys. Super proud
It
of
was
you
actually Blaney. But Ryan Priest wins the Daytona 500. Brad Keselowski, his own teammate, pushing him to the win instead of stepping out. And Joey Logano almost got there, but just came up short.
the team owner of Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski, being a great teammate and pushing Ryan Preece to the Daytona 500 victory. We had a huge crash in turn 4, taking Ryan Blaney and several others.
Yeah, hard hits for Blaney and Reddick specifically into the outside wall there as Ryan Preece can now celebrate a Daytona 500 victory. And Tim, I don't know about you, but I am really surprised. I mean, I knew Keselowski was a team player, but I would have never expected him to stay in line there.
Yeah, me neither. He's yet to win one of these things. But man, Ryan Preece, after staying in the back, gets up to the front after the big one, avoids the madness, gets it done, and is a Daytona 500 winner.
Yeah, unbelievable drive from Ryan Preece there in those final couple of laps to manage the lanes. Obviously had some help from teammate Brad Keselowski, but you can't, give Keselowski all the credit. Ryan Preece did a lot there, including getting past Allmendinger once again, getting a great restart. He did a great job. And again, that decision by Keselowski to not make a move is going to be talked about for a long time because, I mean, he's winless in the Pepsi Cup Series. Ryan Preece has a win from Atlanta last season. So definitely a shocker here in the Daytona 500. There you see some of the rest of the results. Ryan Blaney ends up 22nd after crashing on the final lap, along with John Hunter Nemechek, Christopher Bell, Nick Morris, and Tyler Reddick. What a race, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I have absolutely no words. I'm glad we didn't see a flip in this race, but in hindsight, we saw a ton of cars with damage, a ton of cars destroyed, a ton of hard hits. But all in all, Ford came out on top.
Yeah, let's head back down to the midway with Kobe and Mike.